Our last panelist, Tim Keller, so I was telling him when we were back in the speaker's room, I was like, I was so excited when I read yours because I think he actually he's probably a couple of years older than me. He started AT&T in 1979, so that was definitely before divestiture because I started in 1981. I was like, wow, you just don't find these guys anymore, but we are still around. So he had a very respectable career with very large companies, obviously AT&T, then through Unisys and some others. And I'm interested to hear why he made the shift, actually as I did as my career went on, to a more nimble company. You're actually vice president now at Blackridge Technologies. And so I did a little bit of research on Blackridge, and it appears that this company has invented a breakthrough that solves the vulnerability inside TCP/IP, which absolutely is going to affect us in the cloud. So I'm going to ask him to talk a little bit about some of the security capability, but there's a term called cloaking that I'm anxious to hear about, and I think that's part of the new technology, right, Tim?
Thank you, Jamie. One correction to what Jamie said. I didn't start AT&T. I joined AT&T. I wish I started it. And I can certainly say, yes, I'm back into a smaller company, and more importantly for me, after many years in the service industry, back to a technology company. I'd argue, I guess, my roots in technology started with AT&T Bell Labs. Everybody, I'm sure, has heard of Bell Labs. It was a phenomenal place to work. I absolutely loved it. And I'd probably say the work I'm doing right now in Blackridge is on par with what we did at Bell Labs kind of stuff. So regarding today's topic, the last panel talked a lot about cloud. We're talking about cloud up here. I could pose the question of, is there really anything new about cloud or not? Is there anything really new under the sun regarding cloud? One could argue that the answer to that question is no. That a cloud is really nothing more than a data center. Data centers have been around for 30 years. Many clouds use virtualization. Virtualization is in fact new, and it's pretty dynamic and does introduce additional security concerns. But arguably, virtualization is not specific to a cloud. And then the last piece I think about security when I think about clouds is the fact that the third component of it is cybersecurity. And whether you're in a cloud or not in a cloud, we're all very aware of the concerns with cybersecurity. So those are the three areas, and the question is, well, there are definitely unique challenges associated with the cloud, not just because it's a cloud, but I'd argue because of virtualization and because of the shared environment, and that is different than if you have a private data center. So if you look at the security technologies that are in play today that are protecting clouds in general, it's interesting that it's pretty much the same technology we've been using for the last 10, 15, 20 years. Firewalls, intrusion detection, VPNs, that's what we're using to secure cloud environments. That's the same things we use to protect standalone data centers. The question is that sufficient for this new environment? And is there anything new on the horizon? And I'll come back later on this panel. I'm certainly going to talk about what Blackridge is doing, but I want to talk about some of the other evolution in some of those products, firewalls probably in particular, and what is happening with the technology there.